Good morning friends. Today we will study very important topic of class 12th biology, that is principles of inheritance and variation. This chapter is very big, so we have divided this chapter 5 into two lectures, lecture 1 and lecture 2. In this video we will study half of the chapter in lecture 1. Now genetics, as we know, it is very important and it is the study of principles and mechanism of heredity and variation. So all the heredity and variation comes under the field that is genetics. Gregor Johann Mendel is known as father of genetics. Now we have to study two important terms, that is inheritance and variation. Inheritance is the process by which the characters are passed from their parents to their progeny. Progeny is also known as offspring. So inheritance is a process by which the characters are transferred from the parents to their offspring. It is the basis of heredity. Now variation is the degree by which the progeny differ from their parents. There are certain characters which are found only in the offsprings and which are absent in the parents. So this is known as variation. As we can see, in case of asexual reproduction there is no variation, but in case of sexual reproduction there is variation, because in sexual reproduction both the parents are involved and characters from both the parents are transferred to their offsprings. Now variation arises due to some factors, like first is reshuffling of gene and chromosome. Gene is known as the basic unit of heredity. Second is crossing over or recombination. And third is mutation and effect of environment. There are various mutagens which are causing the variation. Now Gregor Johann Mendel, he conducted the hybridization experiments on a garden pea plant. This garden pea plant is known as Pisum sativum. He carried this experiment for 7 years and later on proposed the law of inheritance in living organisms. The main reasons for adopting the pea plant for his experiments were: first, pea plant has many distinct contrasting characters. Second, the lifespan of pea plant is very short. Third, the flowers show self-pollination and reproductive whorls being enclosed by corolla. There are many kinds of pollination, you know. One is self-pollination, one is cross-pollination. So this pea plant is showing self-pollination. And last is, it is easily to artificially cross-pollinate the pea plants. The hybrids which were produced were fertile. Now cross-pollination is pollination of a flower or plant with pollens from another flower. Pollens from another flower, it is known as cross pollination. So this pea plant is having the characteristic of cross pollination. Now Mendel has a different working method. He emphasized on following points, like he studied only one character at a time. Second, he used all available techniques to avoid cross-pollination by undesirable pollen grains, because he wanted those hybrids only which have desired pollens. So he used all the techniques which he can use to avoid cross-pollination of undesirable pollen grains. Third, he applied mathematics and statistics to analyze the results obtained by him. And last, Mendel selected 7 characters of garden pea for his hybridization experiment. Now this word hybridization is very important. Hybridization is a process of interbreeding between individuals of different species or genetic divergent individuals of some species. This is the table showing the all 7 characters of garden pea, like stem height, flower color, flower position, pod shape, pod color, seed shape and seed color. This is the diagram which is showing all the 7 characters. First is seed shape. Basically there are 2 types of seed shape. One is round and second is wrinkle. So he used this character, that is seed shape. Second is seed color. He used two colors of seeds. One is yellow and second is green. Third character is flower color. There are two types of flowers which he used. One is violet and second is white. Next character is pod shape. One is full and next is constricted. Next character is pod color. He used two types of pod color, that is green and yellow. Next character is flower position. He used two types of flower position, that is axial and terminal. And last character, which is very important, is he used the stem height. Stem height, he used two characters, that is one is tall and one is dwarf. So these are the 7 characters which were used by Mendel for his hybridization experiments. Mendel artificially conducted the artificial hybridization using the true breeding pea lines. Now, true breeding pea lines are those that undergo continuous self-pollination and show stable trait inheritance. He also used emasculation technique for his hybridization experiment. Emasculation is the removal of anther. This is the flower. We can see there are different, these are the different parts of the flower. This is petal, this is stigma, anther, stamen and carpel. So he used hybridization experiments with emasculation. Emasculation term is used for the removal of anthers. Once we have removed the anthers, so it will not pollinate. This, we can see that this is the parent and pollens are transferred to this flower, but because we have removed the anther, there will be no pollination. Inheritance of one gene. Mendel crossed all the dwarf and tall plants and collected all the seeds obtained from this cross. Now in this, the cross means that hybridization is done between two plants, one is tall and one is dwarf. He grew all the seeds to generate the first hybrid generation, which is known as F1 generation. So the plants obtained in the first generation are known as F1 generation. He observed all the plants and found that all the plants were tall. So in the F1 generation, when he crossed the tall and dwarf plants, he found that all the plants were tall. Similar observation was found in other pairs of trait. Now Mendel self-pollinated the F1 plants, and in F2 generation he found that some plants were dwarf. The proportion of the dwarf was 1:4 and tall plants were 3:4. So in F2 generation he found that 3/4 were tall and 1/4 were dwarf. This is the diagram showing the crosses. This is tall plant and this is dwarf plant. Now these are the capital T, this denotes the dominant character, and this small t and small t, this denotes the recessive character. So in this, tall is dominant and dwarf is recessive. Now these are the gametes which are formed from tall character, capital T, and dwarf gives small t and small t. Now when we cross these, this is basically known as Punnett square. So in this, different pairs of gametes are formed. Capital T, this small t, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, capital T, small t. So in F1 generation, Mendel found that all the plants were tall. All 4 plants were tall because capital T is present. Now he has done selfing. He has crossed these plants, and in F2 generation he found that in F2 generation he found that 3 were tall and 1 is dwarf, and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. In this we can see that this is tall, gametes are capital T small t. In case of it is selfing. Now in we are getting different pairs of gametes, capital T, capital T, capital T small t, small t, small t, and capital T small t. Now in this Punnett square we can see that 3 plants are tall because 3 are having the dominant T, capital T, and 1 is having the recessive character, so this is the dwarf plant. So out of 4 plants, 3 plants were tall and 1 is dwarf. Now we are getting the phenotypic and genotypic ratio. Now the question arises, what is phenotypic ratio and what is genotypic ratio? Phenotypic ratio, it refers to observable physical properties of an organism or observable characters which we can observe with naked eye. So this is the character, we can see the tall and dwarf characters. Plant is whether the plant is tall or whether the plant is dwarf. So this is phenotypic ratio, that is 3:1. Now genotype. Genotype means genetic constitution of an organism. What is the genetic constitution of an organism? What is the genetic, what are the genes and what are the different genetic makeup of an organism? This comes under genotypic ratio. So this capital T, capital T, capital T small t and small t, small t, this is genotypic ratio. We can see that one pairs of gamete is capital T is 1. Now capital T small t is 2 and small t is 1. So in this case we are getting the genotypic ratio as 1:2:1. Mendel called the factors that passes from gametes from one generation to another as genes. So genes are basically the unit of inheritance. Now the genes that code for a pair of contrasting characters, these are known as alleles. There are different alphabetical symbols which are used to represent a gene, capital letter capital T and capital T for the gene expressed in F1 generation and small t for another gene. Mendel also proposed that true breeding lines, tall and dwarf variety, genes for height is homozygous or capital T or small t, small t. Homozygous means both same types of genes, capital T or small t, small t. In heterozygous, it is capital T and small t. Like we can see in this, it is capital T and small t. And genotype we have already discussed, it is the genetic constitution, genetic makeup of an organism, and phenotype are the characters which we can see with the naked eye. These are observable characters which we can notice, we can see with the naked eye. So the monohybrid ratio or F2 hybrid is, this phenotypic is 3:1 and genotypic is 1:2:1. Now a different type of cross was done which is known as test cross. So this test cross is a cross between an individual with dominant trait and a recessive organism in order to know whether the dominant trait is homozygous or heterozygous. So test cross is done with the dominant trait and recessive parent. This is the diagram. We can see that this is homozygous recessive and this is homozygous recessive. This is capital W and this is small w, small w. Now we are getting different types of gametes. This capital W is crossed with small w, and we are getting all 4 flowers are violet because capital T is present in all the 4. And in this case we are getting 2 violet flowers and 2 white flowers. So half of the flowers are violet and half of the flowers are white. Now based on his observation of monohybrid cross, Mendel gave 2 general rules to consolidate his understanding of inheritance in monohybrid crosses. These are basically known as principles of law of inheritance. So he gave 2 laws. First is law of dominance and second is law of segregation. So based on observation of monohybrid means one character, law of dominance states that first, characters are controlled by discrete units which are known as factors. Second, factors also occur in pair. And third, in a dissimilar pair of factor, one member of pair dominate the other. Now we should know the difference between the dominance and recessive. In case of dominance, when a factor or allele expresses itself in the presence or absence of dominant factor, it is known as dominance. And in recessive, it can only express itself in absence of recessive factor or allele. Allele is alternative form of a gene. Second difference is that in case of dominance, it forms a complete functional enzyme that perfectly expresses it. Whereas in case of recessive, it forms incomplete defective functional enzyme that fails to express when present in dominant allele, that is heterozygous condition. Second law is the law of segregation. This law states that alleles do not blend and both the characters are recovered during gamete formation in F2 generation. During the gametes formation, traits segregate from each other and passes to different gametes. Homozygous produce similar kinds of gametes, but heterozygous produce different kinds of gametes with different traits. So in case of homozygous, we are getting the similar gametes, but in case of heterozygous, we are getting different gametes with different traits. In this case, another term is incomplete dominance. It is the post-Mendelian discovery. Incomplete dominance, it is the phenomena of neither of the two alleles being dominant, or so that the expression in the hybrid is a fine mixture or intermediate between the expression of the two alleles. So incomplete dominance is a phenomena in which neither of the two alleles are dominant and the expression is intermediate of the mixture of the two alleles. Like in case of plant Mirabilis jalapa, that is snapdragon, we can see that there are two types of pure breeding plants. One is red flower and one is white flower. So in next generation, on crossing, we are getting the pink flower, which is neither red or neither white. And on selfing, in F2 generation, we are getting one red, two pink and one white flower. So the pink color of the flower is due to the process or due to phenomena which is known as incomplete dominance. In this diagram, we can see the incomplete dominance. We have taken the red flower and it is white flower. Now when it is crossed in F1 generation, we are getting pink flower which is having gametes capital R and small r. Now on selfing, we are getting the phenotypic ratio as red 1, pink 2 and white 1. And in case of genotypic ratio, we are getting 1:2:1. So in F2 generation, we are getting red as well as pink and white flowers, which is pink is intermediate between the red and the white. Another important term is codominance. Codominance is the phenomena of two alleles lacking dominance recessive relationship and both expressing themselves in an organism. In case of incomplete dominance, it is intermediate between the two parents, that is the flower was pink, it was neither red nor white. But in case of codominance, both are expressing themselves in the organism. And best example is ABO blood grouping, which is controlled by gene I. The gene has three alleles, that is IA, IB and I. And alleles, as we have discussed earlier, it is alternative form of gene. The alleles IA and IB, it produce slightly different form of sugars, while allele I does not produce any sugar. Because humans, we know that these are diploid organisms, each person possess any of these three alleles. So each person possesses any two of these three alleles. IA and IB are completely dominant over I. In other words, we can say that when IA and I are present, IA expresses, and when IB and I are present, IB expresses. Now when IA and IB are present together, they both express their own types of sugars, and this is known as codominance, because both the forms of genes are expressing, that is IA is also expressing and IB is also expressing, and both forms are have their different sugars. So both are expressing themselves, and therefore it is known as codominance. The red blood cells have both the types of sugars, that is A and B. Now there are because of these three different alleles, there are 6 possible combinations of the 3 allelic blood group types, ABO blood group type. Now this is the chart we can see showing the blood groups. When allele IA is present from parent 1 and parent 2, the blood group is A, offspring is A. When IA and IB is present, genotype is IA, IB, and blood group is AB. When allele from parent IA and I is present, the blood group of the offspring is A, because IA is dominant and it is expressing a different form of sugar, whereas I is not expressing any form of sugar. So the blood group is A. Similarly, in case of IB, when IB and I are present, the offspring is having B type of blood group. And when neither IA nor IB is present, only I is present in both the parents, it is O type of blood group in the offspring. So this is very famous example of codominance, where both the genes are expressing themselves, because both are dominant and both are both are producing different types of sugars. So if one is only present, then the blood group is according to that only, because this I is not expressing any kind of sugar. Now we have to study the differences between the incomplete dominance and codominance. First, in case of incomplete dominant, effect of one or two alleles is more conscious, and in case of codominance, the effect of both the alleles is seen. So in case of incomplete dominance, effect of only one or two alleles is seen, but in case of codominance, both the alleles are equally expressive. Second, it produces a mixture of expression of two alleles. So in case of red and white flower, we can see that F2 generation we can see that the color of the flower is pink, which is intermediate between the red and the white. But in case of codominance, there is no mixing effect of the two alleles. Third, the F1 does not resemble either of the parents, whereas in case of codominance, the F1 resembles both the parents. Best example of incomplete dominance is flower color in dog flower, and example of codominance is ABO blood grouping in humans. Now another term is multiple alleles. They are multiple forms of Mendelian factor or gene which occur on the same gene locus, distributed in different organisms in gene pool, with an organism carrying only two alleles and a gamete from one allele. So in multiple alleles, there are different forms of alleles and they are showing their effect. And the best example is ABO blood grouping is a good example of multiple alleles, where different alleles are present and they are showing their effect in the F1 generation. Now, the law of independent assortment states that when two pairs of traits are combined in a hybrid, segregation of one pair of character is independent of the other pair of characters. So this is very famous law which was given by Mendel. This is law of independent assortment, and according to this law, when two pairs of the characters are combined in a hybrid, segregation of one pair of character is independent of the other pair of character. In dihybrid crosses, two new combinations, that is round green and wrinkled yellow, are formed due to independent assortment of the trait for seed shape, that is round wrinkle, and seed color, that is yellow and green. So in dihybrid, the two combinations are formed, that is one seed shape is taken which may be round or wrinkle, and second character is seed color which is yellow or green. Now the ratio which is obtained is 9:3:1. which is derived from combination of series of 3 yellow, 1 green, 3 round and 1 wrinkle. So chromosomes as well as gene both we know that it occurs in pair. Now the two alleles of gene pair which are located on the same locus or are known as homologous chromosomes. This is the diagram showing the dihybrid cross. This is yellow and round and this is wrinkled and green. This is wrinkled and green and this is yellow and round. We can see that this is the gametes, capital R, capital Y and small r, small y. Now in F1 generation we are getting all round and yellow. Now when we are doing selfing in F2 generation, we are getting different pairs of combination. That is, the phenotypic ratio is 9:3:3:1. So we are getting different combinations like round yellow 9, 3 round and green, 3 wrinkled and yellow and 1 is wrinkled and green. Please press the bell icon and subscribe my channel to get more videos.